Welcome in to what's on tap and what's coming from the Badger Beer Report. Uh, Logging this one at October 17th, 2025. I'm your host, Greg. And I am the Badger Beer host or Badger Beer Report chief or CEO, whatever y'all like. Uh, I'm here talk about what's going on with the taps, y'all, around Wisconsin. We've just we are in the midst of Oktoberfest, so there is Oktoberfest beer all over the place. Some of it's drying up because some brewers took the early approach. Some brewers took the late approach. There's some Oktoberfest celebrations still scheduled for the 25th, I believe. There's some tomorrow, and as you will see on our tap list, there's some ones still being released. So let's jump in. This is a fun time. This is one of my favorite times of the year for taps and the different styles that the brewers are bringing out. So you'll see some of that today. So let's jump in. Let's start with a name that we all know and love. One of the biggest and baddest breweries that we have. A brewery that doesn't distribute nationwide but has a nationwide presence. That is, of course, our friends, New Glarus Brewing, which released an R&D last week. So if y'all want to try to go there and see if it's still there, that was the award-winning one. They recently won an award at the Great Taste of I'm sorry, at the Great American Beer Festival. And so that's an R&D. That's not going to be on tap anywhere. You have to run to the brewery, literally run, because last week was the thing. But you don't have to run for Fat Squirrel. Fat Squirrel's back out there. It's a nut brown that we all love and know. It is so New Glarus here says that you can find it on your beer finder anywhere you can find New Glarus. Obviously, most of us will probably just pick up 12 pack, but you can get that on tap pretty much anywhere. I would say anywhere where you normally find New Glarus. You will probably see some Fat Squirrel from here into probably Christmas time. So Fat Squirrel season's back. Go get y'all squirrel. Youngblood here. So y'all know, let's start where my proximity is, which is the Madison area. We have stopped here at Youngblood, who has I friendly criticize Youngblood because when you go to Youngblood, for those who are familiar with it, you can always find a great sour and always find a great IPA. There's just no question. But I love when Kyle jumps off and does some lagers and some other things. So here's a cream ale, which is interesting. Cherries and cream, silk shake. It's ice cream, a bowl of ice cream with a cherry on top, is what they say. It's a cream ale, so you know what I mean. It needs to be, creamy at some point, right, y'all? And it sounds like it's a cherry one. Not sounds like it is a cherry one. Um, I really would like. I don't even like cherries, y'all. Like the flavor of cherry, I just don't. But this one sounds really excellent. They also have two on the next screen here that we'll see. A hazy double IPA and a cobbler inspired sour with boysenberry, lemon, graham cracker, and vanilla. That sounds amazing for this year. And there's pictures of that. I also would like to shout out Youngblood for just the work that they put into their beer releases. For someone who searches for these things and looks for these things, they make it really easy for me, but they also make it look real pretty. Look at that, y'all. Good work to the SM team at Youngblood. Cheers to that. All right, let's move a little west here and get over to Runway. Runway is having their fall festival tomorrow, y'all. It's called Fall Fest at the Runway. They'll be setting out the grilling outside. They got burgers, of course, brats, right? Dogs. They're gonna have bakery items, which sound good. Oh yeah, so they're gonna have the apple cider donuts and the hot apple cider to go with their apple ale that they got here, y'all. Local apple cider from Brighton Woods Orchard combined with an amber wort. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. For all y'all apple ale folks. Interesting, right, y'all? And then a pumpkin amber, which is, basically, we see a lot of pumpkin beers. It's just another style. So this is an amber ale. It looks like with some brewed with over 30 pounds of locally sourced pie pumpkins. Okay, yeah, okay, not pumpkin pies, pie pumpkins. Okay. And a touch of all natural pumpkin spices, those ones that we all know and love. Hopefully it's a subtle mix. It sounds delicious. You'll find that at Runaway. I'm not sure about tonight, tomorrow for sure. But you might be able to get in there and sneak one tonight, pretty sure. But they're advertising this for tomorrow, so I don't want to cause anything. But yeah, so tomorrow definitely. Maybe tonight if y'all gonna sneak in there, and who knows what's going on there. Y'all know how brewers do this. And sometimes the brewers like in the back saying, the brewers like hanging out, and he's like, "Oh, I can get you some of that, the amber ale. Here, I'll go back." So who knows what's going on at Runaway, but it should be a fun time tomorrow at the fest. Staying really well, walking distance. We have Low Daily, who my pal Joel told me that and I didn't see it, so maybe I didn't go, maybe I didn't see it. I didn't see it on Instagram. Or I'm sorry, I didn't see it on Facebook, but maybe it was on Instagram. Apparently they released a vanilla porter, which I love porters. Low Daily's released a vanilla porter. My friend, our friend Joel told me. Um, and also a ghost with watermelon and sea salt, which I found very interesting because we're seeing less and less ghosts. And also, no, I don't know. I mean, it's fall, a ghost season. I guess you can drink. I can drink them all year round, but I wouldn't typically say fall, think about fall, and then think about Goza. So the fact that they're dropping their Goza now, which is it's nice because again, it's just a nice style that transposes all the brown styles that we're seeing, whether it be the brown ales and the ales and Oktoberfest and lighter fest beers, and where we're at, y'all. So this is a nice little. I like to show, sometimes a nice little, break offs when you don't see the normal things that we're going to see coming up here too. So check out Low Daily for a Goza. Oh, yeah. Third space. I haven't talked about, I don't think, so one of the things here, one of the secret sauces here on Top Jar is that I do this every Friday. So if I don't see your post on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, if you snuck one in on Tuesday or you had a beer release on Tuesday or Monday, which is generally not what breweries do, but sometimes they do. Sometimes I miss them and I skip them. So I don't think we've had Third Space on. Third Space, we are all fans of Third Space here at Badger Beer Report. They are happy about the way West special shout out to the brewer Jake. Jake, their brewer, made this excellent recipe called Way West. It's an IPA, but I also wanted to put on here so y'all can see everything else that they had going on. That Mocha Java looks good. Coffee porter. The Hellas, I've had that one. That's good. Yeah, it is good. It's good. I kind of lost that anything. Oh, they got an English bitter. So yeah, that's what Third Space has got going on. So if y'all are in Milwaukee area, that's what's up. But I like when y'all brewers, if you hear this, I like when y'all put your whole menu out there too. That's nice because then we can just all see it like that. Look at that, they got a pumpkin too, David S. So yep, that's what's going on at Third Space this weekend, yo. So Faglandia, I don't think we ever featured them on What's on Tap. One of the things that always jumps off of me at this brew pub, which I've never been to, is their food. Their food just jumps out off of their SN. It just all looks great. So, even if you're not a beer person, rolling in there for the food was probably a good thing. I haven't had, like I said, I haven't been there, but I've heard good things about the food. So, what I would love to hear good things about, and please tell me, y'all, if y'all get to this, please tell me. But an Imperial Oktoberfest beer is ready, citizens. It's a multi 7.5 double Marzen. So, we have moved from Oktoberfest season to double Oktoberfest season. And you'll see Svegolandi is not the only one. So they got a double Marzen. Starting to see more of these. And actually, I think we're starting to see more of these like after the initial Marzen
Oktoberfest run, which is we're almost at the end of it. I would assume. Because Oktoberfest, I don't know if y'all know, Oktoberfest does not sell well in November, which is kind of weird to me because, well, I get it because it's called Oktoberfest, but it's weird. But it doesn't stop y'all from drinking Oktoberfest in August, or September. So I'm just confused. But all the brewers say, y'all, that once we get to November 1st, it goes out. Like nobody wants to drink Oktoberfest beers anymore. And I'm like, wait, why? Why? Oktoberfest beer is like the best thing. To me, it would be the best Thanksgiving style beer ever. Like it goes with all that Thanksgiving stuff. It goes with the mashed potatoes and gravy and it goes with everything. What are we doing? We're shooting ourselves. But anyway, there's nothing, nothing stopping you from grabbing a whole bunch of Oktoberfest beers and stashing them in your fridge for your Thanksgiving celebration, which I highly recommend. Actually, to me, like that is the beer for Thanksgiving. What are we talking about? And pumpkin beers too. But Fecklandia, it looks like it's only on tap here, and it's probably limited. So y'all might want to go roll in there if you want to try and see what a double Marzen tastes like in Milwaukee. We're going to head north a little bit here to Bare Bones in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. The reason I'm highlighting this one is because it's an alt beer, and I think alt beer. I would love to see more alt beers in the fall. To me, they're perfect. You can see it there. It's malty, it's brown. A little bit of a funk in there with the alt. Whatever the alt yeast is doing there. But this one's a special one to Bare Bones because it's let's see now. So Braver Honed is a German style alt beer. Apparently this beer is inspired by Sergeant Stubby, who was a dog, unofficial mascot of the 102 Infantry Regiment, United States. He was assigned to the 26th Yankee Division in World War One. He served 18 months and participated in 17 battles on the Western Front. All our beer is brewed in tribute of not only the Sergeant Stubby, but to all who have served. We thank you. That is great, 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 great. Don't I have Yeah, so head over to Bare Bones for an alt beer. Love to see more brewers doing that this time of year. Sounds delicious, 4.9. And to commemorate you know, our founders, our people that came before us. So great. And shout out to the dog, of course. All right. Coming back a little bit east over to Ripon, is Knuth Brewing Company. We had David Knuth on recently. Check our Spotify and our social media for that. He's an engaging fella, and a hardworking fella. And Knuth Brewing is one that I absolutely root for myself personally. Um, been there. It's nice. But they have the worker mild brown on duty. Is what it's called. It's an English brown, which I love because y'all aren't making any porters anymore, mostly. And I'm talking when I mean y'all, when I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to y'all brewers. Okay, that's what I'm talking to. Y'all don't make porters like y'all used to when I was coming up. So brown ales are good though. So brown ales are good. This one is named to salute factory workers behind desks. Features everyday worker sounds like chocolate, caramel, roasted barley, all accent this one. And yeah, it looks good. Wait, doesn't that picture look a little? Is it on its? Wait, is it tilted or not? I don't know. Or am I tilted? Which is likely answer. All right. Oh, the bustling Appleton area. We have Stone Arch Brew Pub, which I enjoy every time I have. Actually, I've never been to the brew pub, but I've had them numerous times at beer festivals, and I have spoke to many of the folks that work there, and they're just all delightful, and the beer's delightful. Here's another ghost though, and that's why I'm highlighting this one. Seeing a ghost. So again, brewers are doing their best, y'all, to keep summer around and to keep y'all having some light summery things while adding the malt forward styles that we see. the Oktoberfest again, the brown ales, the pumpkins, the apple ales. I mean, they're y'all are really man. Wisconsin beers are really go collectively are really going out for us, man. They're really, bringing the styles. They always do, but I don't know. It just feels, I love I love the fall season. It always excites me as far as beer styles go. So here's a ghost, and this doesn't look like I couldn't the post didn't say anything, y'all, and then it just says ghost here. So I'm just assuming it's just a straight ghost, no no fruit flavor. And we're used to we're used to hearing ghosts, and then what? You know what I mean? Like watermelon. We just saw what watermelon and sea salt from Low Daily. You know what I mean? So at least I'm used to some flavoring. I don't see any flavoring on this one, so it might be just a straight ghost over at Stone Arch. And yeah, Stone Arch is a place that you got to eat when you're there. So cheers to that. Oh, we're gonna head up to the Green Bay area here, and Anapi. So as I was saying about Falklandia, we are in the Imperial Double Marzen season, which is after I think the regular Mars and Oktoberfest season. You know what I mean? Then we're gonna start to add some like Imperials. I saw an Imperial before, but it just feels like we're just like, the further we get in the season, the deeper and darker and heavier the beers get. So Anapi has the Imperial Oktoberfest called Double O Fest. It's a smooth 8.5 double Marzen. Mm, 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 hmm Can you tell I'm interested? You can get that at Anapi. If you're up in the Green Bay area, and if you're in the Milwaukee area, you can see what's up with the Falklandia's double Marzen. Don't get out of the tap room yet, though. Up there, this says Ogma, but I'm pretty sure it's in. Yeah, it says right there, available in both tap rooms. But this here are all Algoma. Sorry. The Dark Side of the Yam, sweet potato porter, brewed with sweet potatoes, vanilla, maple syrup, and cinnamon. I've never had this one. I've seen it a bunch of times. I would so love to have this one. I don't think I'll be able to get the Green Bay for this one. And I like sweet potato as sweet potato is a good alternative or an interesting alternative to pumpkin. And sweet potatoes, a little bit sweeter. Pumpkin, y'all know the differences between the two. I don't really get into that. I just think it's interesting to do a sweet potato porter, as opposed to a pumpkin porter, which we see a little bit. I went on a rant talking to Joel today, in our message about how I don't like fruited porters. And I didn't even. That's horrible of me. Okay, I'm gonna actually. We're gonna fix that. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what was horrible. Uh, or maybe yeah. Well, I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Anyway, I'll tell you about that later. Anyway, Dark Side of the Yam, and Anapi, a nice alternative to pumpkin beers. Uh yeah, you can catch that at both their tap rooms. Yeah. So Starbound. I'll get back to what I did wrong, and we'll fix it. We'll get there. Don't worry. So Starbound, let's go up to Door County. They have a Scottish pale ale. 100%. I was about to say, wait, does that say 10% ABV? No, it says 100% Wisconsin malt and grain, or I'm sorry, grown hops. Yeah. And then they're having the homecoming parade tomorrow. Or no, I'm sorry, today. In about 15 minutes actually. So they'll be serving that today. You can find that in the tap room, and then if y'all down there for the homecoming parade, jump in and see what's going on with the Scotty Pale Ale. I call it Scottish, my bad. Scotty Pale Ale. At Starbound Brewing Company. Oh yeah, Sway. We're not going far from Starbound, and we're gonna stop in here at Sway and Bailey's Harbor, Door County, and y'all can see why I love this one. I love the big malty, dark, wonderful beers, and this one is let's see, an English inspired dark
mild. Look at that though. Oof. Let's see. An English inspired pale malted barley from Salt Creek Malt Company and a delicate hand of dark specialty malts. Okay. I'll put a additions of Wisconsin grown Wilmette. This is fermented in stainless character. Yeah. Mm, mm-mm. Wait. What? The voice. Wait, what? I didn't read this before. I didn't read the bottom part. I just saw the picture, y'all, and I saw the top part, and I was like, I don't care. This is gonna make the show because it's delightful. 3.8. 3.8. Are you serious? And then it has notes of Fig Newton, English breakfast tea winner. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. As someone close to me says in my house. Oh my goodness. This is available on draft and cans this week. It was 3 days ago, so they still have it, y'all. But I don't know about making it through the weekend. Probably, but I don't know. I don't know how much Sway makes, per batch and all that. You never know. But this looks, it made cans too, so you'll be able to find somewhere you find Sway, hopefully. But this looks so delicious. Oh my goodness, and so drinkable at 3.8. I'm sure it's just, yeah. Good job, Sway. Y'all. Another one I need to shout out. Sway's another one. If y'all follow, I really don't care if y'all even anywhere near Durham County. You should follow Sway. And if you're not anywhere near Madison, you should follow Youngblood just for the pictures of the beer. The pictures of the beer make you want to go through your computer or your phone and just grab it. Like, look at this though. Look at that picture. So, I'm gonna end my fanboy here. We're gonna move along, but yeah, y'all gotta tell me about this one too. Send me a note, please, because this looks amazing. Still heading in the Green Bay area, which has a plethora of banger breweries. I've Joel told me that Station One is one of them. Joel recently visited there, was impressed with the location, with everything. It's what I heard, and they got a coffee shop there now. And so yeah, I don't know. I'm highlighting this one because they got trivia. Y'all love trivia. Check in with your local brewery for trivia. Apparently, it's on Tuesdays here at Station One. I've never been, but what I'm accenting here, y'all, is the Wet Your Bagpipes Scottish Light Ale 3.1. 3.1. That is awesome. Like I love to see, and I don't know, it looks great, but brewers are making these low ABV beers so amazingly tasty and flavorful, and it's just blown away because we're used to the big mass beer, being low ABV and not being very tasty, in my opinion. So when you have brewers crafting these, what was this 3.1? The last one from Sway was 3.8. Didn't we see a 4.1 earlier, or are we about to see a 4.1? Something. Point is, brewers are making these low ABV wonderful beers, and we need to partake in them if that's your thing. I mean, everybody, craft beer went through that, the big ABVs and all that. I think we're going in the low ABVs now, and I'm just enjoying that. And shout out to Station One for that. If anybody, again, any of y'all have any of these, please send us a note, comment. But this one here looks delightful, in my opinion. So Station One, y'all. You can, and also apparently you can pick up a couple coffees there too. Oh, headed back south and west, Mosinee, they have their peanut butter brown now. So I was speaking before about, y'all don't do, by y'all I mean the brewers don't do porters that much, but I'm feeling a resurgence of the brown ales. Then we see one at we just saw one at Knuth Brewing, and we're seeing one here, peanut butter brown ale. I don't know. I love peanut butter beers, especially if the peanut butter is not like, over. I love peanut butter, don't get me wrong, but I like a good balance with a peanut butter beer. So this one, I can't tell anything by the way it looks, but y'all can let us know what y'all if y'all feel it. But there's also line dancing, which you definitely never want to see me do. But So there's line dancing back tonight, and you can get a pint of peanut butter brown ale at Mosini. So we're going up way north, almost Canada, as we chastise our friend Chelsea here on Badger Beer Report. But we're going to Earth Rider, y'all. They got a Stony Point IPA coming out. I think it came out recently. So it will be on tap at their tap house. But apparently, as you see, it's a can. So anywhere you get Earth Rider, I would peek and see if that is possible. But they got a nice IPA that has bright citrus and hop flavor. Apparently, it's inspired by those crazy people that love to ride the waves up in Lake Superior, which I hear the waves are insane. That's why I call them crazy. So, so Earth Rider IPA, go get you some. And I think this is the last one we got before yeah, okay. So this is Alchemy Brewing, which is I always forget where Alchemy is because Alchemy is almost like in the middle of nowhere in the western part of Wisconsin. What is it? Crafton? Is it Crafton? Uh Actually, let me get that right before y'all. I'm just gonna Google that real quick to make sure. I was just on it, but I wanted to make sure because I don't know. But Alchemy Brewing. Come on, Google. Tell me what's up. Cashton. So Cashton, Wisconsin, which is it's a little bit east and a little bit south of La Crosse, if I recall correctly. Anywho, they have a fruited lager made with elderberries. Now, I'm always suspicious of AI pictures, y'all, and I'm suspicious of this one. No offense, Alchemy, I'm just suspicious. But if that's it, it looks great. If that's not it, I bet you it looks great. And I bet you it looks something like that, actually. So I'm just skeptical of everything AI, how we at Badger Beer Report do some AI ourselves, whether it be you probably won't see many pictures of ours using AI, but sometimes we use it in our intros and stuff like that for full disclosure. But um yeah, and again, whatever. This looks delightful, or it sounds delightful, and it looks delightful actually. And I wanted to accent this one because it's a fruited sour and it's just a different taste. And it's a different elderberries. I don't know. I don't think I've seen maybe our friends at Youngblood had an elderberry recently. Because Kyle loves the fruit. But I haven't seen a fruited lager with elderberries, especially during this year. During this time of year when apples and cranberries and all those fall things are accented. It's interesting to see a brewer go out and do some elderberries. So hopefully that's a delightful one. If y'all get to it, let me know. But Alchemy's in the middle of nowhere, Cashton, Wisconsin. So yeah. So I have to rectify wrongdoing. I'll explain to y'all while I get this going. Okay, so I had this conversation today. It all spurred because I have this let's see here. Let's pull this up. So we're going to do a little impromptu here, and I'm gonna show you what I was bitching at, excuse my language, bitching at Joel today. Where it is? Okay, it's here. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Share. Okay, coming. Working on it, y'all. Working on it. All right. So I saw this today and I got all triggered, and then I told Joe. I went and dropped my message with Joel, and I was like, "Oh my god, fruited sours annoy me so much." And then we just had a conversation about why I am triggered by fruited sours, or I'm sorry, fruited porters. My bad, fruited porters. And it all started from Ambivalus. And the reason I said I had to rectify the wrong is because I wanted to make sure that I put it on here to tell y'all about it actually. And just because I'm just adverse to fruited porters, I was not going to let that stop me talk about Ambivalus's raspberry porter that threw me into something this morning. So here it is. Ambibulous has a raspberry truffle porter. Now, if I was near Ambibulous, I would absolutely go there right now to try it to because I want to be proven wrong, y'all. I always want to be proven wrong, pretty much in everything. But specifically for beer, I anyone close to me knows I have these adverse reactions sometimes when I hear beer and I'm like, "Oh, wait, what is a maple berry pineapple peanut butter ale? What do y'all try to do?" And then I'm like all like negative about it. So raspberry, I haven't had many really good fruit porters that I personally like myself. So then that sets me on this trend of because I love porters. Y'all may know or not, my pseudonym is Daddy Porter. So I love porters. So don't get me wrong, but yeah, I'm on tap at Ambibulous, and they have great pizzas too. You can see that you can see that in the picture there. But also, you can grab a pizza, but you can also try the raspberry truffle porter. And I am not here to tell y'all not to try it because I'm a curmudgeon and I don't like them. All right, so please try it. Please enjoy it. And yeah, that's at Ambibulous. I think that was our last uh yeah, that was our last on tap. So we don't have many events, y'all. So uh I didn't see many events out because Oktoberfest season is kind of wrapping up here. There are still some Oktoberfest events out there. So check your local brewery, y'all. Because they still may if your local brewery has not put on Oktoberfest, which some of them haven't yet, actually, believe it or not, they are probably waiting to do it for their party. So I know I can't remember the brewery I saw that has one today, and I can't remember the brewery that I saw next week has one. And then believe like Half Fast and a couple others had theirs last week. So we're still really in the throes of Oktoberfest season. So look for those if you are interested in that. The only event that I have for y'all today is let's get this going is the Dell's on Tap, y'all. That's tomorrow. It's what they call the Fall Tap Takeover. There are over, I believe, 30 breweries or 20. There's definitely over 20 breweries. I believe most, if not all, are Wisconsin. Y'all can see right there the admission prices and all that. You could just Google Dell's on Tap. It'll take you to the tickets and all of the information. It's downtown Wisconsin Dells. It's tomorrow. You can see our friend and colleague Chelsea will be there, repping Earth Rider, I'm sure. But none of the other fellows, or none of the fellows from Badger Beer Report will be there, but Chelsea will be there. So if you see Chelsea there, say hi to her. Um, and yeah, so that was on tap. This is put on by the Wisconsin Brewers Association. So there's that. And lastly, y'all, I just want to remind y'all that we have some really good content out there recently. Joel and I have been putting in a little work. Joel spoke to Rick McNabb from Tailwinds, which is kind of open now, soft opening, peeking out to the world. Going to have their big opening soon announcement incoming Union Grove, Wisconsin, southern eastern part of Wisconsin. 4 or 5 years in the making. Really excited about that one. I know Joel is. The second one there, we talked to Bobby Fleshman right before McFleshman's Fox Valley Lagerfest. So that was interesting. Bobby, it's still evergreen. If y'all want to talk, if y'all want to see that one. Also, Bobby talked about his collab with Fuller's, which is fascinating. Yeah, that Fuller's, like across the pond Fuller's. So that was interesting. That was in that one, and then as I mentioned before, I spoke to Dave Knuth from Knuth Brewing in Ripon, and he's excellent brewer and young entrepreneur. I know he probably still wouldn't call himself young, but I'm gonna say he's younger than me, so he's young, right? Is that how we do it when we get old? I wasn't gonna call him a kid. He's not a kid. He's grown arse adult with kids and a wife and a fun brewery to visit. So check out Knuth Brewing. And on that note, y'all, I talked your ear off for way longer than I thought I was going to.
But it was fun. It's always fun doing this. This was what's on tap and what's coming 10 to 17. I will probably see y'all next week, but if I don't, it will be the week after. I do these pretty much on demand as far as what I'm seeing and what's interesting as far as what's on tap out there. Of course, I always miss some. And it's funny, I will click end stream and I will go back to our Facebook page and someone will be like, hey, we're releasing this right now. So I'm always going to miss stuff. So always keep an eye on what your local brewery is doing, and always keep an eye on y'all traveling brew people. I know you're out there. I'm talking to you right now. Always keep an eye out on where you're going, and check out the Facebook pages and Instagram pages of the breweries that you're thinking about, and you can see what they have on tap. With that being said, I'm out of here. Y'all have a great fall weekend here in Wisconsin. This is if you're on Oktoberfest or fall beer fan, this is our time right now. So get to your breweries and see what they're doing, because it's likely something very fantastic. We promote local beer, and when you are local, drink local, and when you are not local, you can still drink local.